The bloom's beautiful, but you have to do nothing to make this happen. I mean nothing, and that's a real flower. It's so awesome. You don't have to water them. You don't have to do any planting. You don't need any special care whatsoever, and you get the most amazing blooms. And you'll get multiple blooms, which is really exciting. So we have from Leaf and Petal our one-piece wax-dipped spring Amaryllis. And they're always really, really popular. They're great for gift giving. And again, you get the wow with zero effort. Now, I've got 4 choices. So what you're ordering is the color of the wax. So we have the green you see here. We've got the pink, we've got the yellow, and we've got the purple. So there are your 4 options. We can send this to someone. It's great as a pick-me-up, a sympathy, a thank you. It's great as just thinking of you, a great birthday gift. Obviously, the color bases are designed for springtime, even Easter. So we will directly ship it to someone for the free shipping. You just give us the address and we will ship it to you for free and get the list out now. I don't care if it's a birthday, a thank you, I'm thinking of you, a celebration for spring, for Easter, whatever it is, you want to order them now while we've got them back in stock. So let's get our favorite gardener on the line with us. It's Rochelle's joining us, as she always does. Hi, Rochelle. I am so excited these are back.
Oh, I am too. And I have to say, I am particularly excited. I have a lot of these because we've had them on for a few years. And mine are all red, and I have a few white from last Easter. And I'm so excited because now we have pink and white, which I think is just such a good little twist. These are called Minerva. That's the type of Amaryllis that this is. So there's red ones, they have a different name. The white ones are a different name, but they're all Amaryllis. They all do the same thing, which is over the next 4 weeks, literally you take it out of the box, you set it on a counter or a coffee table or wherever you want, your dining room table maybe. After 4 weeks, you will see that you'll get a stalk. It'll be about, you know, a foot or so, maybe tall, maybe a little taller, just depends. And after that, you will get all of these blooms. Each of those stalks is going to put out at least 4 blooms. They kind of bloom all the way around. They'll be that beautiful kind of coral pink and white. And then we guarantee that they all get a second stalk. Your second stalk might be simultaneous, so it doesn't really know for sure. So, and then that one will have a whole set of blooms. I've actually had many of mine give me a third stalk, and I've also had many of mine give me more than 4 blooms per stalk. So anyway, you get lots of blooms. That's where I'm going with all this. You get a lot of blooms, and those blooms last about 6 weeks each. So, or yeah, 6 weeks each that's what I meant to say. Anyway, so that means that for about 3 months, you have this whole experience happening of this beautiful bulb putting out this big display of this big, huge flower stalk, multiple flower stalks, and then the blooms, and the whole time it's just sitting there all by itself, and you're doing nothing. You don't have to water it. Everything it needs is right here inside the wax ball, which, by the way, I think looks very charmingly like an Easter egg. So I plan to put them in a few Easter baskets because I just think they look perfect like that. But that is it. You do nothing. You don't even need to put it in the sun, to be honest. So if you're, you know, somebody who loves plants, loves fresh flowers, this will kind of become a house plant after this is all done. It will just have big, beautiful, strappy green leaves until a year from now. You can recycle this and it will go through the whole bloom cycle again. But that's something, you know, you could choose to do or not to do. It's beautiful just as it is, though. Really, just a matter of picking your favorite color, which mine happens to be green.
Well, purple's my favorite color, but I kind of like the pink too. But
yeah.
Here's the thing, it's no effort, you guys. And if you say, I can't grow anything, or, you know, we all love fresh flowers around the house. Or maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna get somebody some cut flowers. Well, what do those last? Even if you order them online, they're only gonna last maybe a week, 2 weeks at max. This you send to them, and we're gonna send it for free. So please get that list out. I would think of everybody who's got a birthday coming up. Maybe it's a thank you to a neighbor. Maybe it's for the spring. Maybe it's for Easter. Get it out right now because these are finally back in stock with a brand new bloom, and order them and have us ship them for free. What we do is it's called delivery direct. We will send this directly to them. You get the free shipping. So now's the time to absolutely stock up. Also, what I would do is I'd get a couple of these, and if you have neighbors coming over, maybe someone's coming over for Easter and you want to send them away with something lovely. Maybe there's a wedding in your future and you want these on all the tables at the wedding, or you want them as the gift they can take away from the wedding. How awesome, how cool would this be versus, oh, here's a plant, take it home, or, well, here's a bouquet of flowers, I know they're gonna die in a couple of days. They're gonna get weeks and weeks, potentially a full year out of this one gift. And that means they're thinking of you all year long. And they will be, and I know, Rochelle, you've seen this a million times, shocked that you literally say, do nothing. No sun, no water, no fuss, no replanting. You don't do a thing. You literally set this on the desk at work, or the table in the kitchen, or you put it, you know, on your dining room table, or maybe you're gonna put 2 on a mantle or whatever, and you watch the thing happen with you never even touching it. I think it is one of the most ingenious things I've ever seen when it comes to no fuss flowers.
You know, I have to tell you a story. When I was in college and a younger adult, living on my own, my grandmother used to send me Amaryllis kits. If you've grown Amaryllis before, you might remember they came in kits. It was usually like a really cheap little pot and one of those little like discs of dirt that you had to reconstitute in water, and then a bulb that was not in wax. And you had to kind of put the whole thing together. And it was a bit messy and it was a little project. And then you got the Amaryllis, which was great. But this takes away all that mess and dirt and makes it super easy. But here's the thing. I've now sent these to my grandma, and my grandpa calls me up and he says, Grandma doesn't understand. Can you tell her again, she does not have to water this. She doesn't have to do anything to it, because she's convinced she's doing something wrong. Anyway, I'm like, no, it's okay. You don't have to. It's not like those kits you used to send me. It's easy. You do nothing. And she lives in a retirement facility now, so it's perfect for her. She could just put it in her window and watch it grow. And you know, I have to say, they both, all my grandparents, my aunts, uncles, everybody I've sent them to, my daughter in college, they all, I get texts all the time reporting like how it's going with the Amaryllis, pictures of blooms. It's such a good way to keep in touch with people and just encourage them. They're so surprising and interesting that people can't help themselves but just to tell you how their Amaryllis that you gifted them is performing. So great way to kind of keep connections with people.
It's so smart. And by the way, remember, when the blooms die, you're actually gonna cut the bloom off and another bloom's gonna appear. So it's not like this is a one and done. It comes up and you're like, oh, that was great. And then you're looking at like a stick that's wimp and kind of fallen over. No, you're gonna get additional blooms. So you easily have 2 or 3 months of just blooming. And as you said, Rochelle, too, you've got beautiful greenery after that. You could literally have and enjoy this for up to about a year. Now, if you want to plant it, you certainly can, and then you'll have it every year, but you don't have to mess with it. And I think that's, Rochelle, why they've been so popular. And you've got it. Do you have a neighbor who's been great to you? And you're like, you know what? I just want to give her something really cool, but you don't want to have any effort. This is what you get them. You've got a birthday coming up, and it's that really hard to buy for person. They've got everything. Trust me, they do not have this. And it's hysterical because people think they have to baby it. In fact, Rochelle, funny story is when these were first launched here, a couple of hosts had them at their desk, and they left them there. And I said, well, they better take those home because they need to water them. I didn't know what they were because I didn't sell them when they first arrived. And I kept watching them bloom. We have one on my desk I share with Alice Carone. And that darn thing kept blooming and blooming, and I'm thinking, how I know she is not taking care of this flower. I don't know how it works. Well, you don't have to do a thing. You never water, you don't have to replant. There's nothing special you have to do it except clip off the bloom when it dies and then watch another big, bold bloom come out. And Rochelle, I'll tell you, the blooms on these are magnificent. They're just so beautiful looking.
They are. They're big. I mean, they're kind of like bell trumpet shaped, and they're as big as my hand. You know, when they get fully open, so they are quite large. And you get 4 of them. This one that you're looking at isn't fully bloomed out. It's got 2 almost bloomed out, so you kind of get the sense of the size. And then those other 2 in the back aren't even, you know, opening up yet. So you know, you can kind of see all 4 of them, and they are all the way around. And then I actually have one in the other room right now that it went through those 4 blooms, and then it threw out 2 more. Sometimes they do that. It's crazy. So 6 blooms, 1 stalk. I can't even explain it. They're a little bit smaller, those last 2, but still big and beautiful, bigger than, you know, your average anything flower that you might grow in the grocery store. So they are very, very, very easy. And I do want to just say, if you are a budding horticulturalist and want to, you know, kind of take this to the next level, you just have to, after it's done doing all of this stuff, just peel off the wax and put it in a pot of dirt, and it will keep going year in and year out. You don't, it's really not very hard. They go through cycles of looking just like a leafy house plant, big, pretty, strappy leaves, and then once a year they'll throw out those blooms again. So it's a very simple thing to kind of next level it if you want, or maybe somebody who's interested in starting to be a little bit of a plant person. You know, this is a good entry level kind of gift. Make it super easy, and then, you know, if they want to take it beyond that, they can get a pot of dirt.
You're right. And Rochelle, you know what I think is so much fun about this is who doesn't love getting flowers? I mean, there's not a soul that I know who doesn't go. In fact, a friend of mine just sent me a flower arrangement with a big smiley pot, like a vase. And I opened the door and I was like, what is this? And then I, you know, huge smile. And I wrote, I'm like, you didn't have to do that, blah, 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 you know. But everybody loves to get flowers. But nobody wants to have to work hard with flowers or plants. You're like, oh, I'm gonna buy you a plant because, you know, I hope you feel better. Oh, they look at it like, oh yeah, that's work. This is not. You give this to someone, and maybe someone is kind of down and out. Maybe they're having a tough go right now. Or maybe they just got out of the hospital and you want to send them a pretty plant. Just send them this. And remember, it's free shipping. This is huge, guys. It's called Delivery Direct. Just get the address you want us to send it to, and we, for free, will deliver it to whoever you want the recipient to be. So if it's mom you're not going to see at Easter, or as you said, Rochelle, maybe it's someone in assisted living and they don't have the capabilities nor the room, nor are they allowed to have big complicated plants and they don't really want to mess with it. This is so pretty, and it brightens their day for months. Unlike traditional cut flowers, I love the vase that my friend sent me of flowers. It's really pretty, but I know I'm gonna have to throw it out, and it's so sad when you have to throw pretty flowers away, and that's gonna happen in a couple of days. With this, months of enjoying it, a full year without it ever having to be replanted. And if you want to replant, you can certainly do that. Leaf and Petal does a great job of giving you instructions on how you can do that. But remember, there's no watering, there's no sunshine needed, there's no fuss. You literally, they get it, you set it out, and then you watch the magic happen and happen and happen and happen. All you do is pick your color base. We've got the green, the purple, the yellow, or the pink. And so again, please think of everybody in your list you want to share something really special with them. I think for birthdays it would be so much fun. And grab them while they're available. I know, Rochelle, we only do this like twice a year at Christmas time and now. So while we've got them in stock, grab them, because we don't do them very often.
No, we don't. Yeah, I don't know what, there's no other holiday between now and Christmas when we'll do these. So yeah, and I mean, this is the first time that we're doing this particular Minerva bulb, which is the pink and white, which I'm so excited about, because I got to tell you, I have about 20 or 30 of the red ones. So as much as I love them, I'm like, yay, pink and white, something different.
Little change of pace.
Little change of pace. In fact, I take them and I put them in pots together, so I have like 3 or 4 as I grow them on. So yeah, they're always great in groups.
Yeah, they look great, especially when you put, like she's talking, like do this and let them all just do their thing. As a centerpiece, it'd be amazing. All right, we got to run, Rochelle. Always wonderful to see you.
You too. We'll see you soon.
Take care, hon. By the way, I know we've sold, what, almost 3,000? So guys,